Welcome to Beyond the 90 podcast with me, Ryan.
Presented by me, Ben, and hopefully one more who is Thomas, who's currently out in America watching the World Cup.
We're planning on doing maybe 2 a week, so one episode is going to be like a serious one.
We might be doing games such as Football 501, Tenable, etc. All the ones that you've seen on TikTok.
Maybe in the future we might have some professional footballers on or ex-professional footballers on. So yeah, look forward to that. Maybe another one which is like a call-in show.
We'll be speaking to fellow TikTokers that me and Ryan both know, and maybe other ones who maybe want to join in. If you comment on our clips or on the podcast on YouTube or whatnot, message us who want to get involved, and we'll ask you questions. You can ask us questions, etc.
So I support Liverpool. Ben and Thomas support United. If when it comes to like the United and Liverpool games, we might even do like watch-alongs. Upload them. A little bit about ourselves. I'm 30. Ben's younger. Thomas is older. So good dynamics. It's not like anything anyone's ever done before. Because usually in podcast game, everyone's usually around the same age. So yeah, you're getting a vast amount of knowledge, different aspects of the game. We like TikTok lives, watch-alongs, quizzes, football quizzes on TikTok lives. So if you've not checked them out, check them out. Ben also does TikTok lives and videos as well as me, like football debates, stuff like that. So yeah, drop us both a follow on our TikToks. Drop Thomas a follow on his TikTok as well. We've also got a TikTok page for Beyond the 90 podcast. So drop a follow on that one. We're going to be posting clips on there. We've also got a YouTube channel set up, Beyond the 90. That's what it's called. I'm going to put the logo on the screen as well so you can see. The logo will be the profile picture of every single social media channel that the Beyond the 90 podcast is on. There's going to be a Spotify, so drop us a follow on Spotify so you can listen to the audio at work and watch the clips on TikTok and then, see if you like it.
But let's get straight into the first episode, and I hope you all enjoy.
World Cup, group stages, what we've seen so far.
Right, well, I've actually not even seen that many games this World Cup.
To be fair, because a lot of the games that I've seen, apart from two, have all actually been the ones that are during the day. I ain't really staying up to watch games at 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not that hardcore.
Yeah.
Fair play to the fans that have been doing it. But from what I've seen so far, there's been a few alright games. Nothing's blown my socks off yet. Not.
Let's just talk about like how it's like affecting us like in England, and then
you could go on for ages, like,
and then like Thomas can tell us how it's affected because he's saying it's going all right in America.
Yeah,
like he's enjoying it, but he's watching the games at a normal time now that he's adjusted to the jet lag and stuff. Whereas
over here though, it's like you're waiting all day for us, England, you're waiting all day till now. Obviously, sometimes in England, you're waiting till 8 o'clock for a game anyway. That's fair enough. But then there's some days where you've got games on at like, 12:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You're waiting all day.
Yeah.
And by the time that game comes around, you're knackered.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's so weird because they're all on at different times every day as well. It's not like the same times. Probably because of the different time zones where they're playing in and stuff.
But like, different times, different channels.
Yeah. Like sometimes, like there's a game on at midnight, or it's like a 1 o'clock, or it's a 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you feel like, oh, go on then, I'll stay up till 1 a.m. for watch Brazil or whatever, and then after that game finishes, another one's coming on at 4, and you're like, oh, do I just stay up now for that, or do I just like not watch them both?
Like, it's not even just that. Like, there's been times when I've switched on a game, put the complete wrong channel on. I'm having to check FOTMob what channel, what actually channel is it on. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it has had a lot of stick for it being over there, ticket prices, times, and all this. I thought it was going to be a lot worse for the times, to be fair. I was expecting a lot more midnight games.
Yeah.
But I'm glad at the minute all England games have been we've had one and then there's another one in a couple of days. That's 9 o'clock. Like, that's not that bad.
Yeah, 10 p.m. on Saturday, 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not terrible. But then if we get like Mexico next round, I think it is, or something like that, it's a 1 o'clock in the morning kickoff.
Yeah. Well,
And we'll get the
I don't mind the 1 o'clock. It's whenever it's if
yeah
it's like a 3 a.m. A 3 a.m.
yeah
would
that's a
be the
killer.
worst one.
It's a killer when you wait. Like I watched the Argentina game, the
Yeah.
Algeria Argentina game. That was 2, but by the time that's finished, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then there's another one at 5, and I'm like, do I stay up to watch that, or do I just get some kip?
Yeah, I
Like,
feel the same.
it has a lot more stick beforehand, but I think during it, other than the hydration breaks, whatever, however you want to call
That's
them,
getting a lot of stick.
that's getting more stick than the actual World Cup itself, really.
I think it's because they're doing it because they're doing it in stadiums where they've got aircon and roof closed and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're saying they're doing that to be fair because obviously the managers can have like chats with them and stuff.
So I'm like, over here though, like, I don't know what it's like in America watching it on TV, because I'm hearing that there's ad breaks and all this. So it's obviously like a financial gain in America. But over here, we're actually just seeing the full hydration break, because we don't really get ads during games.
Yeah.
We never have. It's half time, before the game and after the game. But we're literally just seeing the full hydration break, tactical analysis. You're getting fucking Emma Hayes on a chalkboard.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen that.
like,
Have you seen that though? It's been so funny. I've seen a meme on thing saying they've done well there as well, putting her in kitchen doing it.
that is
She's
mental.
in the kitchen doing it. I was like, oh
But
my god.
I don't mind the hydration breaks if you're in a country that's 30 odd degrees, boiling hot. But then there's the one I've seen, I think it was, I don't know what game it was the other day. It was like 20 degrees, aircon in the stadium, hydration break. Like, you don't need that. It stops the momentum of the game. You're on the opposition to potentially get back into the game to get more tactical analysis and what you need to do. Like, you could be winning 1-0 going into the hydration, but you come out of it and you could be 2-1 down in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
it does kill the
I
momentum.
think it's something that they'll probably review going into the knockouts. Like, I think because they've done it in most group games now, I think it's hard for them to just stop. They can't really not
like,
do it now.
you can't really say, oh, the England, what was it? England-Croatia game that had a hydration, but with the next game, oh yeah, we're not going to give you one. Like, yeah, you have to keep it fair for everyone else. Like, fair opposition, like fair rules. It's like, you can't change something for one game. Like, it can't be one rule for one rule for another. Like, I can see why they keep doing them, but we don't need them.
Yeah. Anyway, has anyone impressed you? Any teams?
I thought France's second half against Senegal was probably one of the best performances of one half, anyway, that I've seen so far. England, fair enough. I was expecting to come into this tournament expecting disappointment again.
Yeah. You know what? Let's talk about England then, while we brought it up first.
Go on then.
First half, I thought it was dreadful. Even though we scored 2 goals, we conceded 2 very shocking goals as well.
To be fair, their second goal, though, you shouldn't be conceding it, but it was a good goal. But then again, in spells, I thought, especially around the back, Pickford, Konza, Stones, O'Reilly, he looked uncomfortable, especially when Croatia were pressing. I did think we was all right in spells, though, in the first half. I know we conceded 2 and obviously scored 2. And I did think they got a lot of, I think if the criticism was mainly coming from conceding the 2 goals, which we shouldn't have conceded. I think if we went into half time 2-0 up, then there wouldn't have been as much criticism, even though we didn't play fantastic.
The thing is, as well, though, is that we only scored a corner, which is all right, but a penalty that he missed, and then the effort retake as well. So we got a bit lucky to even go into half time 2-0. At least they scored like non-set piece goals.
Yeah,
that was
they
the
were
worrying
good goals,
thing.
to be fair.
Well, the second one, I think it was just like a deflection and it fell to him. But the first one was a good goal, but he still should have been getting closed down.
Yeah, I think the ball over the top to Perisic as well. I don't get how he's so free in the box, especially someone that you don't really expect to be winning headers against a centre back. You should be near him at least.
Yeah.
And then he's able to flick it down, and he's got a tap in pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
literally getting schooled by a 38-year-old.
Exactly. But then second half, don't know what Thomas Tuchel said to them in that dressing room, but we came out all guns blazing and scored within 2 minutes of the second half.
Miles better in the second half. They looked on
we
it.
looked so threatening. Like going forward,
we were better.
Yeah, like going forward as well though. Like pretty much for a spell of about 20 minutes, every time we went forward was pretty much this is going to be a goal. Like you had Kane who should have probably got a hat trick. You had Rashford obviously come on and score a really good goal. I think Gordon had a header which he probably should have scored.
Yeah.
O'Reilly, I can't remember if that was the first half. I think it was the second half. Should have scored. Like we should have, and we probably should have won about 6-2 that game. Really.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Livakovic in that, he had a worldie.
He had an absolute blinder, really.
In that second half, anyway.
Just pulling save after save after save. But I've been impressed, if I'm being honest, because I didn't expect us to play the way that we actually played. We actually controlled the game in midfield. And when we're used to basically counter-attacking football, really, under Southgate, especially last year, if you look back on the last Euros, how we played in that Euros, it was one of the worst performances in the Euros that I've seen from us since 2016.
Yeah. I was surprised he started Stones, but I feel like he's going to use Stones against like the big teams, like the Croatians.
More experience as well, yeah.
But I'll be surprised if he starts him against Ghana as well a couple of days later.
I don't think he had a bad game, but I feel like even though he's the more experienced one out of the back line, I don't think I know he started maybe 5 games all season. He don't really play much football, but
9 games all season.
Yeah, he didn't look comfortable at the back though. That's the thing. Like neither, like Reece James probably the better of the 4 across the entire 90, but then the back 4, especially I think O'Reilly as well looked a bit. I don't know if it's because of nerves or whatever, but he looked unaware of his position at left back sometimes.
I think Jed Spence were good when he come on.
Yeah, he should. Another player that probably should have scored when he came on as well.
Yeah, he had that chance, got through.
Well, I was critical of Jed Spence being picked, but he played all right when he came on, and he's playing his role.
I'm actually probably one of the few who actually likes Jed Spence. I think he's a good player. I think he's been Tottenham's best player like throughout the season, really, based on how bad they've been.
Yeah, he has been quite decent, like especially 1v1 with his winger. He's tough to beat, and maybe if he might get picked some games, maybe the Panama game he might get a game if we beat Ghana. I know we're probably already through even if you get a draw against Ghana, but you beat Ghana, then you can be a bit more, make a bit more rotation in the Panama game, really.
I think we need to beat Ghana and then just rest the entire squad then against Panama, even if it means like we finish second in the group, really, because I think it's important for them to just have a rest no matter what.
Yeah, I do feel like even though our second team, whatever, it is good enough to beat Panama, like I know they held Ghana for 95 minutes and you had to get a goal really late.
Yeah.
Our second team should be breezing past Panama, really.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when they've already had 2 games in legs as well, because they'll be playing the strongest team every game anyway, no matter what. Because they know that they're not going to get through, really, are they?
They're on the back foot every game, chasing fucking shadows pretty much. But I don't know if they've improved since we last played them in, how many years ago? 2018 World Cup when we smashed them. I don't know if they've improved or whatever, but I don't think Ghana are a bad team, and they held them to a 1-0 win, and it took a 95-minute winner to win that game. So
I think Ghana have got a good team. But I couldn't tell you one player at Panama.
I couldn't even tell you one, if I'm being honest.
If I looked at the squad, I might recognise someone, but I couldn't tell you no. off the top of my head.
Not a clue.
So
Like,
I think we should breeze past them really, even with like our second string.
yeah, depends who's fit as well, because obviously there's a few injuries might be going about.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rashford's been suffering with a tight hamstring.
Rice
Obviously,
went off,
Saka
didn't
can't. Yeah, Rice went off apparently with a knock, or he was limped off or something like that.
he? Yeah.
Hopefully, he's all right for the Ghana game, and then Saka can't complete a 90 from what we're being told
Yeah.
because of his Achilles injury. But hopefully, we can.
I don't even know why
He
he brought
can.
him on. What was the point in bringing him on? We was 2 goals up.
Yeah, he
Well,
did.
actually, no, it was 1 goal
One,
up, I
it was
think.
one goal, yeah. But
But
he done well
still,
when he came on. I didn't expect him to make
yeah,
that much of an impact straight away, and he
yeah.
set up Rashford for his goal, and that really good goal, vintage Rashford sort of finish.
Yeah, well, I just think if he's got an injury or he's carrying a knock still, just rest him the entire game. Don't bring him on if
Yeah,
you don't need. Could have just
don't
brought
really
Eze
see the
on or
point
something.
really. Yeah, but then again, I think he just wanted to go for the kill, and that's probably his strongest player on the bench, as well as Rashford, to come
Yeah,
on and impact the game, especially in behind when they've got to come out. But let's just hope he manages his minutes well
yeah,
and doesn't pick up another injury or make that Achilles injury worse. Whether how I don't know, we don't know how bad it is because he didn't really recover from it, did he?
yeah. Well,
Apparently,
Gordon was
so
very quiet, wasn't
yeah, he couldn't even, apart from the header that went straight at the keeper. Couldn't tell you a moment in that game where he had. Actually, can't think. I don't actually.
I think it was a
I'm
lot better when
struggling.
Rashford come on.
Thing is, yeah, like Rashford gets so much stick on whether it's warranted or not for whatever he does in his personal life or on the pitch, off the pitch. He gets your goals. He makes nothing he can make something out of nothing. He
Yeah,
can just pop up with a goal in moments and win you a game. I don't think Gordon can do that yet. His work rate, second to none. His pressing, off the ball work, probably one of the best in the squad. But when it comes into the final third, we've not really got much else on that left hand side that can. There's not
yeah,
got not really anyone else that can do that other than maybe Morgan, Rogers, and Rashford.
yeah. What do you think about Rashford anyway? Do you think he's coming back to United?
Well, from what the reports are saying, he don't want to join another English team. I don't know how true that is. Well, apparently he's got a clause in his contract that he can't go to a City or Liverpool anyway. Whether or not any other English team want to pick him up,
Yeah.
like maybe
Well, I think
an
it's
Arsenal.
just anyone can buy him for 40 million other than us and City.
Yeah,
So we could still buy him, but for more than that.
I just don't know if any other English team would touch him. Like I think Arsenal, he would be all right. Arsenal, considering they need a goal scoring winger,
I
but is
just
he going
don't
to get them
think
enough goals?
I don't think Arteta would have him because he wants someone who's chasing back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I
So
think
does he go abroad
Chelsea
again?
would probably go for him, but what
Does
are
he
you
fit their
gonna
age profile? That's the thing. Will he fit the age profile?
do? Nah. Well, apparently they might be
Um,
going for a bit more older players now, more experienced, more ready under
not really that
Alonso.
much more experience you can get than a player that's played for England since he was 18, played for Man United since he was 18, scored
Yeah,
over 100 goals. There's not really much more you can ask for from a player that with experience other than maybe someone that's won a lot of trophies.
yeah, true that. So you think he's gonna go with same team against Ghana?
I s- Maybe if Rashford's fit, he might start Rashford, but he might start the same squad. And it worked for a bit,
Yeah,
and then it got a lot better when Rashford and Saka came on. But I don't think he'd start Saka. He might start Rashford if he's fit. Hopefully he is, and I would like to see Rashford from minute one until if he comes off or whatever, and see what impact he can have. But
yeah.
we'll see.
What do you think of any other teams impressing you? I think
Um,
Germany have been good. I think
Germany have been all right, yeah.
like getting that last minute winner. Well, I mean, yeah, last minute winner overnight. Last night, I think it was. Like brilliant.
I watched a bit of the Curacao game. They looked all right in that. I didn't watch the full game, to be fair, if I'm being honest. But from what I've seen of them, they do look all right. But I've not seen a full 90 of them yet
Yeah.
because I came into this World Cup. I don't know what, obviously, it depends on how they do. I did come into this World Cup thinking it's not a great squad. But then again, you don't need a squad full of worldies
Yeah.
to compete for a big trophy, to compete for an international trophy or even any trophy. You just need a solid 11 that works well together.
You know what though? The more I look at this Germany squad, I think people are underrating it a lot. Because
Yeah,
you
they
look
probably
at
are, to be fair. I'm probably one of them.
people are thinking like, I think people might be thinking like, just because of the striker position, they've not got anyone on
Yeah.
the right wing, but they've got Neuer in that. They've got
Yeah.
Kimmich playing right back, even though he's playing centre mid at most of the time these days. He's got Jonathan Tah and Schlotterbeck, and even Rudiger. And then he's got
Yeah.
the Nathaniel Brown kid, who's meant to be going Bayern Munich for 40 mil. And they've got
Unreal.
Pavlovic, who starts week in, week out for Bayern, the young CDM. They're playing this Felix Nmecha next to him. I think he's been one of the players I've been most impressed with so far.
I did see his goal against Curacao as well, and that was a good finish.
Like last night as well against who did they play?
Is it Ivory Coast?
Yeah, Ivory Coast. Unreal performance. He was Germany's best player by a mile, and he even set up the winner. And there was a couple of chances he set up as well, where they probably should have been put away as well, and he would have got another assist. He was outstanding. I'd take him at Liverpool any day now. I've watched that.
They've probably got a good mix of experience and youth.
Yeah,
They've got a lot of experienced players, and all them experienced players have either competed at the top level for years in the Champions League or in the league at any point. They've competed at the top. You got Rudiger, obviously. What is it? 2 times Champions League winner, or is it something like that?
probably.
Kimmich, Champions League
he
winner.
might have even won it 3 times now because he won it with Chelsea.
Yeah,
didn't he?
Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea's like what? Yeah. Then you got obviously Havertz, Champions League winner, playing for Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's just a good mixture of youth and experience, which probably is one of the only teams where they've got like there's not a lot of big teams that have got that really. They've got one or the other.
Yeah, they've got Wirtz as well, top quality player.
We'll see how he does at the World Cup.
Musiala
I forgot about Musiala as well. Yeah, did forget about him.
Players. Even Undav, who's come off bench. I think he scored he's played 11 games for Germany now. He's got 8 goals.
Fucking hell.
Come off bench, scored 2 more.
You think of Undav though, you don't really think of a top striker, but he's putting the goals away for Germany. Yeah. So that's all you I can really ask for.
Stuttgart as well last year.
Brighton as well. He played for Brighton as well. I don't really remember him too fondly.
I don't think they really give him a chance, to be honest.
Can't really remember.
They just loaned him out and then sold him to Stuttgart.
Fucking hell.
But we don't really remember Gyökeres at Brighton, do we? And then look at him now.
No. I think Gyökeres played 1 game for Brighton, and I think that was against United in the Cup, I think, and then got shipped off.
Speaking of Gyökeres, Sweden they impressed me in first game, but then it fell apart against Netherlands. Beat whoever they played it first game 5-1, and then lost 5-1 against Netherlands.
Yeah, they battered Tunisia. Isak and Gyökeres both scoring. Get the Tunisia manager sacked, and then they drop a stinker against Netherlands.
Tunisia are probably the worst team in tournament.
Sacking a manager on mid-tournament is mental.
They lost.
They lost
4-1 or something as well, didn't they? Or 4-0 next game. Yesterday, I think.
Who did they play?
Japan. Yeah, Japan beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
Last night at mental. 3 in the morning.
If one result like that, I know it's a battering, but if one result like that makes you sack the manager, you should be questioning yourself why he was the manager in the first place going into the World Cup.
Yeah. Even like,
They must have done all right to qualify for the World Cup at least.
yeah, Isak's a top assister at Euros. I mean, at World Cup this
Mental.
year.
And he might be
Mad
getting
that.
knocked out soon.
Nah,
You
he'll
never
be
know.
going through. They only need a draw
You
or
never know.
something against Japan.
But I wouldn't put it past Japan to go and give them a good game though.
Well, I
That
think
Japan squad is all right.
Japan can rest players now because they're on 4 points, so they're basically
Yeah.
through anyway. Netherlands are through, so it only lies on Sweden if they get a point. They've already got 3 points.
Well, hopefully Isak and Gyökeres can click and actually put in another good performance and get a few goals against Japan.
Yeah, I like Ayari as well. I think he's quality. I've always added
I just
him
think,
as like one of my favourite players at Brighton.
yeah. I think you see it at Liverpool as well. Obviously, you have Ekatike and Isak at Liverpool, two big strikers. Not always work together, and then you got Isak and Gyökeres, who fundamentally both different sort of strikers. One likes the ball at the feet and just pinging it off him and linking up play, and another one wants to play with the ball at his feet and dribble. But it doesn't really seem to work that well. And I
Well,
don't know if they've got another solution.
seems to be working at the minute. Other than against
The
Netherlands.
only scrape by, I think, was it to get
Yeah.
through as well.
Well, they didn't win a game in qualifying.
Yeah, mental.
They only went through because
Like,
the Nations League and then qualifiers, I think.
it's not.
Like the knockout.
I don't know.
The playoffs.
It doesn't always work in today's football. I mean, you could get away with it in the 90s when you'd have two big strikers or something like that up top and playing two up top.
Well,
But
they're doing
today's football is
they're
not
doing
like.
the Serie A tactics with 3 at back, so they don't really need to go to the wings. They've got the wing
I don't.
backs.
Yeah. Does Alanga start for them still?
No,
Or
they're playing a right wing back and then left wing back.
I forget. Graham Potter's their manager, innit?
Yeah. Graham Potter.
Seen him rocking a cowboy hat when on his first game or something like that.
Funny. Yeah. Anyone else impressed you? Obviously, Spain have just won, but
Spain have
they've
just
not
won.
really
Yeah.
impressed me so far.
They had 2 games that they should be winning, and they only got 4 points
Brazil
out of
as
6.
well. Brazil ain't really done much. Obviously, they beat the
No.
last team they played. But yeah, I think
Argentina, but then again,
they've only played
to
once
Algeria.
so far. Yeah. Algeria might be
Yeah.
good though, so I was a bit shocked that this battered Algeria because I was expecting them to be a strong team.
I think I watched that game as well, and I thought, I don't know what's up with Mahrez because he didn't play. He didn't even start the game. He came on with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think he's old now, isn't he? So they probably went with
Yeah.
young ones, but I think he might start next game. They probably expected to lose that one anyway, so they thought we'll just rest him in this one
Yeah.
unless he's carrying a knock.
But Lionel Messi's goals were ridiculous. Even the
Yeah.
tapping, he sent the keeper the wrong way.
Unreal. Much better than
But then
Ronaldo's
again-
performance.
That Portugal performance was so underwhelming. Like, I watched that game as well. I thought, you know what? Joe Neves scores a really good header 6 minutes in. This is going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
And then they didn't create another chance for the rest of the game. They had 2 shots on target the full game, I'm pretty sure.
Johan Wissa scoring.
To be fair, I don't know if it was a good header or shite goalkeeping.
Well, it was rubbish defending. He was on his own.
I watched the seen the goal, thought that's a really good header, and then I seen the replay and I thought, could the keeper be doing better?
Yeah. I don't
Because
rate
it's
that
not even in the
keeper,
top
mate.
corner.
Everyone says he's going to be Net's best keeper for years. Every time
Yeah.
I've watched him, he's been shocking.
I think was it
Diogo Costa?
Was it the Euros when he saved a few penalties, or was it the World Cup in a penalty
It
shootout?
was Euros.
Obviously had a blinder in that penalty shootout. I thought, you know what, must be a decent little keeper.
Yeah.
And the only other time I've seen him play really is when United played Porto.
Well,
and he let in 2 stinkers.
I remember when Liverpool played Porto a few years ago in Champions League, we'd be on 5-0, I think. And there was this one point, this one goal we scored. I don't know which goal it was. I think it was only like 2-0 or 3-0 at this point. But he comes running at his net, 40 yards. Firmino gets to it first. And then this is like literally 40 yards from goal now. Firmino just passes it. So it's rolling in, and he's legging it after it, keeper, back towards his own goal. Literally sliding as soon as he gets to the goal line, giant palming away, and he just literally didn't get there in time. But it was his
I
fault.
think he's just one of them keepers where people have seen him have a few decent games and they hype him up too
Yeah.
much. Like, he was decent. I think it was the Euros anyway,
Yeah.
last Euros. And then everyone puts him on like this high horse and think, you know what, he's going to be the next best thing. It happens every World Cup, every Euro. Someone has a really
Yeah.
good performance and they get hyped up. Happened in the Russia World Cup when a couple of Russian players had decent performances and then get decent moves and you never hear from them ever again.
You're going to look all right, though, when you're playing people like Gyökeres.
Definitely. Or like when James Rodriguez burst onto the scene in 2014 and scored that worlder, gets a move to Real Madrid, gets a move to Bayern Munich, and then doesn't really do much the rest of his career.
I think it says a lot that he's still at Porto. If he was that good, someone would have bought him by now, surely.
Yeah, definitely. Because you get like players like, I'm pretty sure didn't Edison start at Benfica?
Yeah.
All Black started at Benfica and they all get decent moves.
Yeah.
And they go on to be really good goalkeepers, considered at some point the best in the world.
Yeah.
But then you're mid-20s, still at Porto. You've been spoke about for years and you've still not got your move. You've got your time's ticking really to be able to get that. I know some goalkeepers can last till 40 odd, but there is a time. There's a sell by date by the time you can get to a big club. Really,
I think it is harder for a keeper because you need, obviously, there's only one person for that position in every team. But like, you look how bad Chelsea have been with keepers. You'd think someone like that would have snapped him up by now.
Or even like that. What's his name from AC Milan? My Nana, whatever he's called. Linked to Chelsea last year, didn't get him. Linked to him again this year. Everyone raves about him, but he's still stuck at AC Milan. Like, AC Milan's an alright team, but you can get bigger and better than AC Milan, and surely, if you're that good, you won't be stuck at AC Milan for much longer.
Yeah. Well, I think he actually had an alright season last season. I think AC Milan conceded the least amount of goals or something in Serie A. Or kept the most clean sheets.
When I've seen him, he's been alright, but he's never blown my socks off. But it only, like, keepers don't really. Keepers aren't really, unless they pull off like a worldie of a save every game.
Yeah.
You're not really, but I've never seen anything special from him, like distribution wise, shot stopping wise. He's just been all right, just a steady header.
Yeah, I mean, Colombia look good. And Diaz.
I've not actually watched Colombia yet. To be fair,
watch the next game. I think they're in Argentina. Are they in Argentina's group?
Portugal's,
yeah. Portugal. I think they could beat Portugal as well. I think Portugal could be in trouble
if they don't get their act together. I know it.
I don't really like to judge.
I don't really like to judge teams off the first game, especially big teams, because you really want a team to just maybe ease into the tournament, and the first game's not a huge representative of how they can be. But when you start the season off, the World Cup off with a draw, and like something like a well deserved, like where you've gone behind and you've snatched it back, you were leading from the 6th minute, and you should be back. You had 80% possession, whatever it was, and you don't create another chance for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think
just uninspiring.
I think they've been like some of the best teams in the tournament so far. So we got England,
probably,
Netherlands, Germany, Colombia, Argentina.
I think France as well. France were all right. Fran
yeah,
said what they didn't play well first half, but second half
yeah.
of that game they played really well.
It was a bit like England's performance, better in second
Yeah.
half than in
Like
first.
Michael Elise that game though,
Yeah,
ridiculous. Like he was probably the best player on the pitch, in my opinion.
yeah,
The ball to Mbappe for that goal, out of this world, really. Like, I don't know how he's seen that pass, unless he was just doing it blindly and just hoping for the best. But all in like the pass and then the finish all in one movement, it was really good.
yeah. I think it
And
was
then
good.
Barcola comes off the bench and scores a decent goal.
Yeah, I think. Is there any players you've been looking at then? You think potentially could get a move, or has just impressed you? Who you've not really watched much, like basically
Um,
non-Premier League players, just like other leagues. Like I said, Nemecha. I think he's been great for Germany.
Nemecha was good, yeah. When I watched bits of Germany,
I think
he
there's
was impressed me.
the Japan striker Ueda, who plays for Feyenoord, who's had a good season. I think he's been linked with a few teams, Everton being one.
Trying to think. I don't actually know because most of the teams that I've watched, I've just been the bigger teams, and they've obviously got probably the most
Yeah.
established players at the tournament.
Somerville's been alright. He scored in both
Yeah,
games, I think.
he's been good.
He's going to
Linked
be getting
to
a good
a
move.
move away as well.
I think
I
I've
hope
seen
so.
that if PSG don't get Diamande and we get him, and like Barcola leaves, I think they said they might go for Somerville. They might enter
To be
the
fair
race.
though, 50 million, 50 million euros, like 40 to 45 million quid. It isn't terrible for a left winger. I know he's been relegated, but
Yeah,
it's not terrible for a left winger, and especially if West Ham need to raise funds, whatever it is. I think they need to raise like 120 million.
yeah. Well, I've
It's probably
I've just been excited watch like Yan Diamande and stuff, see what he's all about.
yeah.
And to be honest, he does look really good.
I do want him to have a good World Cup after reading
Yeah,
the letter that he wrote to his sister.
yeah.
He deserves a good World Cup.
You know what? That just made me think, like, because at first when I was linked with him and the money they was talking about for like a 19-year-old who's had like one season basically, I was thinking this
Yeah,
could be a lot. This could go really wrong. But
it is a lot of money.
listening to that and stuff, I'm just thinking like someone with that much like determination to like reach the very top. Like, I just think how can he not succeed with that much talent? Like, because you know
It
he's not
is a
gonna
lot of
be,
money, to be fair.
you know he's not gonna be messing about behind scenes. You know he's
No,
gonna be doing it proper.
yeah.
Like, I think that's just like the sort of character you want.
It is, especially if it's like usually when you're 19, 20, early stage of your career, once you get like a big move, especially a big transfer fee, like 100 million, and then the wages as well, can go to your head, but he doesn't seem like that sort of player where he'd let the money go to his head because
Yeah,
he just wants to play football and succeed.
yeah.
Like, so I
I've
think
been
whoever gets
impressed.
him is getting a very good player.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, whether it's Liverpool, PSG, Real Madrid,
Well, I think it's between us
whoever.
and PSG, but we're the only ones who's bid so far.
Yeah.
I think we
And
need
I
to get
think,
it
aren't
done
you
quick.
preparing another bid?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I think the other one was just we knew it weren't going to be accepted, but we just offered it anyway, just to test the waters to see if they was actually
Probably to, like,
interested in
probably,
doing a deal
probably to
with
set
us.
like a bar in it, see how low you can actually go.
Yeah, yeah. But I think it's
But
going to be
yeah,
about 120 million euros
that is a lot.
in total. So that's about like 100 million, around just over
Oh,
100
yeah.
million.
That is a lot of money,
So,
especially for a 19-year-old.
but when you look at the market of wingers, and we need a winger, there's not many on market that are like
No,
decent
there's not a lot
options.
of quality ones anyway.
There's Barcola apparently that we're after if we don't get him, but I'm not convinced by Barcola at all.
Not really.
To me, he just looks like pace, and that's it.
He reminds you of Liao. Like, both technically really good, can beat a man, can drive with the ball. Once it gets to the moment where they need to actually produce something, whether it's a pass for an assist or a goal, there's no quality. Well, obviously there's quality there, but the quality that isn't good enough. It's just not good enough.
I just think I don't want to be signing like someone who's just like a bench player for PSG.
Yeah.
Really. Like, I know the best team in the world at the minute, but still. Like, it says a lot if he's not even like I know he starts in Ligue 1, but he never really starts the Champions League or the big games.
No, I think he was their top goal scorer in the league but they played basically their B team in the league.
Because
he was their top goal scorer.
Dembele played like 15 games or something in Ligue 1.
I think the total minutes he had was like 900 or 1,000 minutes total of the entire league.
He actually got voted player of the season as well. Dembele.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And then Barcola, it says a lot that he's probably one of the worst finishers out of the front three that they've got.
Yeah.
But he's top goal scorer.
Yeah.
That shows that no one else really plays. Like Kvaratskhelia, his league form's not great. Whack him in the Champions League, he turned into fucking prime Ronaldo. Got 17 goals and assists in 16 games.
100%.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there is a few wingers on the market that I think people will be looking at. I think Nusa, is it, from that plays for Norway?
Yeah.
When I've watched Norway, he looks really good.
Yeah.
He could potentially get a move at some point if he.
Another one at
well,
Leipzig.
I don't know. Yeah.
Him and Diamande.
Don't know if he'll leave. I don't know if he'll leave this summer or if he has a good World Cup, he'll leave. Or he'll have one more season.
They'll not sell both.
Probably not.
It'll be one.
But then he could be another one. He could be another one next season that goes for 100 million if he has a good season next season. It's like, you're getting 200 million for two wingers in 2 seasons.
Yeah. I've not really seen much of him, to be honest, but I know he's highly rated.
He did impress me in the game against, was it Iraq? I think it was. I know it's Iraq, but on the ball, he looks quite good.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see him against a better opposition. I think France is in their group, so we'll see how they do against France.
Yeah, they are. I think that's their next game. Not next game, the last game.
Yeah, we'll see.
France
even Senegal will be a better game.
Iraq now. Yeah.
But judge them. I think Ireland has a chance of being top goal scorer at this World Cup.
He could just stat pad in the group stages, get knocked out, and then still end up top goal scorer.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll go through definitely, because like anyone who can get one win at least, I think will go through, because I think only like 4 teams go out or something, don't they?
I think daft. I think there's like
8 teams.
Obviously top 2. I think top 2 go, obviously. And I think it's like the 8 third places go through or something like that.
How many teams are in it? 46?
48, I think, is there?
48.
So 16 teams go out.
Yeah. Well, there's already been about 4 eliminated, isn't there?
Yeah, I think
Tunisia are gone, Turkey are gone, which they've been a major shock.
I think there's 8 teams that go through that place third. I think it is. I don't know if I remember that correctly.
You know what? But
I think it's daft.
I've got something to say about Turkey. These men are so bad. Every single tournament they play. Honestly, I can't remember one tournament they've had would have been good. Every single tournament, everyone's like, "Oh, they're my dark horses. They've got such a good team. They've got this player and that player." And they're just letdowns at every single tournament. They didn't even score a goal. They've not even scored a goal.
Was it the last Euros? I think I heard a few people. I think it was Tom from Pitchside. He said, "Oh, Turkey, my dark horses." Arda Güler scored a really good goal. They had Yilmaz up front, who had a decent season. He had a really good season that season, and then they were shite.
Yeah, sure.
They done nothing. But then they have like okay individuals.
Yeah.
I don't think they even beat. I don't know. I think they played Georgia in the last Euros and they've struggled to beat them, or they didn't beat them or something. Can't really remember that far back. but Ida scored a really good goal. And they have players that Yilmaz, who was ancient, but he had a really good season
Yeah.
and do nothing in the Euros.
Yeah. Shocking.
But they somehow qualify for every tournament.
Yeah. Every tournament. I think they do well in the qualifiers. I think it's just when they get to the tournament, they're just bad.
That's the easy bit. There's
Yeah.
no pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah. Happens to a few teams, to be fair. Everyone thinks, oh, they're going to be decent. I heard loads of people think, I've heard people over the years say like Albania are really good and Turkey, obviously, and a few other teams. And I'm like, they do nothing in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard people talk about, I think it was the last Euros, they expected Georgia to do really well because of Kvaratskhelia and the goalkeeper and a few other players. I'm like, why do you expect a team like that small that don't have a lot of quality in the team to do well in a tournament where it's gonna be most of the big teams that are gonna just breeze past you? And
Yeah.
once you get to the knockouts, you're playing France, Spain, Germany, England. You've got no chance.
Yeah. Have you got any more like transfer news for United? Anything been happening behind the scenes?
Well, there's not really been much been happening recently. We've been a bit quiet. It's just been we're speaking to this player's agents, or we're speaking to this player, this, that, and the other. And it's getting pretty boring to read, if I'm being honest, because I'm seeing Spurs, who finished 17th 2 years in a row, going for Tonala, putting a bid in for him,
Yeah, mad.
even though he got rejected. Interested in Mateus Fernandez. They're signing Van Heck. They're getting Robertson on a free, Senesi on a free. And I'm like, they finished 17th 2 years in a row and they've got more ambition to sign a player quicker than Man United.
It's mad how they've got all this money out of nowhere, Tottenham, because they went
Where's
big
it
last
coming from?
summer as well.
They went big
They signed
summer
Javi
and
Simmons. He weren't cheap.
that's like 65 million euros. What's that?
They
60 odd million.
they completed the loan to buy option on Tel, which was like 40 million.
Exactly. Like I was having on my TikTok live, I was having people like a Spurs fan saying, "Oh, Spurs don't spend much. We didn't spend anything last summer." I searched it up and I've tried to figure out how much they spent. They spent over 200 million last summer from the summer and the January transfer window combined. They had Conor Gallagher 40 million,
Oh yeah, Conor
Kudus
Gallagher as well.
60 odd million,
Kudus
Xavi
as
Simmons 60 odd million,
Yeah.
Mateus Tel 35 40 million, Vuskovic or whatever his name is like 10 million.
Yeah.
I think it was that Souza as well that they got in January, 15 million. And you're going on as if you don't spend, but you're spending ridiculous amounts of money and then spending where are you getting the money from? That's what I want to know.
Even got Kolo Muani on loan, so they must have been paying some wages for him.
And João Palhinha, they paid 5 million
Yeah.
to get him on loan, and then obviously his wages.
I think they're going to be buying him as well this summer.
It's like they're in debt as well. Like it's not like they're not in debt. They've not even paid off the stadium yet.
Yeah.
Where are they getting this money from? Because I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Newcastle have signed a keeper as well. Don't know much about him, but yeah. Looks like Nick Pope's days are numbered.
I think I've seen their link to James Trafford again, to be fair, which
I can't see
if they're looking for a new number one.
Because they just signed this kid, so I think they're just going to keep him and Pope.
But is it going to be like, obviously, Aaron Ramsdale's gone. I think he's gone now, because he was only a loan.
Yeah, back to Arsenal.
Then
where he's going to go next.
Coventry? Who knows? I don't know. Somewhere.
They want the Carl Rushworth kid they had on loan last season at Brighton.
Yeah.
I think they
I don't know. It wouldn't be a bad move for James Trafford, though, if I'm being honest. I know he's a cup keeper for City at the minute, but if you want your first team football, I think Newcastle's not a terrible place to go.
I think if Emi Martinez leaves Villa, I think maybe he could go there.
Yeah, I guess so. But who do they get to replace Martinez?
Oh, Trafford.
I don't know, I don't know. Thingy from Brighton was linked to Munich a couple last season when is it Verbruggen? there's nothing about him like
I don't think
getting sold.
I
off
don't
him.
think they'll sign any keeper until Neuer goes and retires.
I think all the news for him has gone silent because obviously last year, I think it was last year or the season before, he was linked to Munich. Surprised no one's been interested,
Well,
or even like a Labour for
there's
them.
been
Like, there's not really
reports-
been much interest there.
There's been reports that Vicario might leave Tottenham, so maybe they go for Trafford.
He needs to go. He's shocking.
Yeah, I know.
He is so bad.
He is bad.
He came with so much, like them first few games when he first came in. I remember there was a lot of promise. Remember him playing. We played them at their ground, and he played really well. I'm thinking they've got a fucking decent keeper on their hands here,
Yeah.
and look how it's turned out.
Oh, we've had a busy summer. Got rid of Slot
So,
out of nowhere.
yeah,
And then Iraola comes in. I'm like, yes, I'm gassed now for next season because I was just like so like, oh, I'm not even excited for next season on the Slot. And then we get Iraola in, and now I'm like, can't wait. And then we sign this Victor Munoz, who actually looks pretty decent. Never seen him before in my life, but he looks like a pretty
Never even
decent
heard of him.
winger. He'll probably just play like the Chiesa role at first, because I think Chiesa's
Yeah.
going to leave eventually. And then, yeah, he looks rapid. He's quite strong looking as well, so he looks like he's physically ready for the league. So, yeah, I'm excited watching.
Them sort of signings are the usual ones that actually just turn out
Yeah,
all right
yeah.
because coming from a lower level side, I know you're going to a bigger league, but there's not really much
Yeah.
pressure. There's not much expectation.
Well, it was similar to these signings are the best ones because you don't know not much about them. You're not expecting much from them, and then they surprise you like Ekitike last season. Like all eyes were on Isak and Verts, and everyone was just like, Ekitike, yeah, not really seen much of him playing for Frankfurt. Didn't really go well for him at PSG. Might flop, and he just turned out brilliant because he had no pressure on him whatsoever. And that could be the same for this kid. He might just come in and surprise a lot of people.
The pressure started piling on a little bit for him when Isak got injured because obviously he's being more relied on.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, around the period when the goals dried up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because obviously he started off the season really well, scoring pretty much every game.
I think the goals are always going to dry up because the entire team was playing bad other than him and Szoboszlai. Yeah. So you're not going to really get... He weren't getting much service. Like, he missed a couple of chances, but there wasn't that many, like, where it was like, oh my God, that was a sitter.
He did impress me, to be fair. When I watched, because I did watch Liverpool quite a bit last season, and him and obviously Szoboszlai stood out. I know it was like the team, it was easy to stand out in a team that's not performing, but even when you played well, they were still your best players.
Yeah. But he's out till January as well, so
yeah,
we need cover. Well, apparently that's why we've got this Munoz, because he can play anywhere in front three, he says. But I still think we need a striker. Like, been linked with a lot with bringing Nunez back. Apparently he's going to be leaving Al Hilal on a free.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he'd be open to a return to Liverpool. That would be like his dream. So I'd have him back on a free transfer. There'd be no pressure on him this time on a free.
Yeah, maybe not.
And then Diamande would just be unreal. Imagine Diamande on right, Engamore on left, Isak up front, a firing Isak or Ekitike when he's back.
If Isak can get into the groove, you've got one of the best strikers in the league, to be fair, but it's whether or not he gets back into that form.
I'm telling you
struggled to find
Isak's going to be quality next season.
For your sake, I hope he is, because 125 million.
Especially if we get Diamande, because he's like a winger who gets to the byline and just gets it in to the box.
Yeah.
Like with Salah, it's a lot harder because he's like a goal-scoring winger. Gakpo's a goal-scoring winger. So they're not really looking for the striker as much, whereas at Newcastle, he had Murphy and Gordon. Gordon's a bit more of a goal-scorer, but Murphy's just get to the byline, whip it into Isak. Everyone in that Newcastle team was just get the ball to Isak, whereas at Liverpool it's different because everyone thinks they can score.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit different, and that's probably what Iraola wants to do.
Yeah, I think the style of football will suit him a bit more as well, because Eddie Howe's style of football is a bit more like high press as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I think hopefully United can start doing a bit of business because
Well, you've got one
I'm
deal,
sick of,
Edison.
yeah, he's not been fully confirmed yet by the club, obviously, Fabrizio Romano. He's supposed to be doing a medical in July, I think it is. Probably going to be in America anyway. And United, he'll probably come to United, obviously, straight after. But I don't want us to just be waiting around because Elliot Anderson being priced out of that. Obviously, City are looking to get him, whether or not that's if they get him or not, because he still might end up staying at Forest. Been priced out of that deal. Tanala looks like we've been not priced out, but been forced away from it because of his wages.
Yeah.
Then you've got Mateus Fernandez, who's pretty much your third choice. You need to go and get him. You can't let him go to Spurs. You can't miss out on your third choice midfielder when you've let the second choice one not go, but you're not getting your second choice. And your first choice, you've been priced out because you don't want to pay a record fee for him. Then I'm hearing reports of Alex Scott. And if the numbers that are right from what I've heard, 60 million for Alex Scott for an English midfielder. I know he's not played for England yet, but is a good price.
Well,
To be
I've
fair, for a
seen us
midfielder,
linked with him, and they're saying like 80 million from what I've seen.
I think I've seen. I don't know if I don't really trust Sky Sports as much anymore, but I think I've seen on Sky Sports 60 million.
Well, I didn't
But
see
it
it
could
on
be.
there.
It could be more.
I just seen it on Twitter saying like
It could be
80
more.
mil.
It could be.
I've seen it saying
And
80
then
mil, and they've offered him a new contract with a release clause like they did Semenyo. So they wanted to do with him what they did with Semenyo, keep him one more
yeah.
season, hopefully get like a Europa League win from it, and then sell him for whatever's in the release clause.
And then I'm seeing today we're looking at alternatives like Sanderberg and I think there was Belaber as well. I'm like,
I'm
I've
surprised
seen
that the Labour
Sanderberg.
deal's not been done, because everyone's saying
So am
that
I.
was basically a done deal. So surely that should have been done by now. He's not at the
I
World Cup.
was seeing reports last week, I think it was earlier in the week, of like, oh, Sanderberg's come up as an option. Fulham just want profit for what they paid for him. They only paid 25 million. And I thought, you know what? He could be a decent deal if you get two other players in and you have a spare cash.
The thing is,
You get
though,
four midfielders in.
I'm thinking now, like, you've got this Edison, you've only got rid of Casemiro so far.
Yeah.
Like, Ugarte's still there, Mainoo's still there, Bruno's still there, Mount's still there. I don't think you might not even sign any more centre mids unless you sell one of them.
If Ugarte needs to go, and I'm pretty sure it's nailed on that he's going. I don't know where to.
Is it though?
But
Because
before
I've
the
not
transfer
seen any
window,
links with anyone. You need him to
before
have
the
an
transfer
absolute
window
worldy
opened,
World Cup.
so before the transfer window opened, Fabrizio Romano was saying like United are going to sign two or three midfielders, a backup striker, a left back, and I think that was it, or maybe a left winger. And he was like, Xerxes and Ugarte are 100% leaving.
Yeah.
Wherever they go, I don't know. And then obviously you freed up the wages from Casemiro, you freed up the wages from Sancho, so you're earning a little bit of money there. You get rid of Ugarte and Xerxes, you're going to need a backup striker anyway, and you're going to need an extra midfielder. And then you're going to need another, I still think, three should be enough, maybe.
Yeah.
But if the Sanderberg rumours are true, I'd only ever go and get him is if you've got spare cash. Because I do rate him as a midfielder. He is decent. He's not terrible. And 30 million is an all right price. But I'd only ever go and get him if you've got spare cash to wait, not waste, but to get rid of. Or you wait till January and try and get someone if things don't go to plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want us to go and get Mateus Fernandez. You need to go and get him because I don't want to be seeing us slip away from another deal.
Yeah, I think he's the one really who's gonna move to United probably.
I just hope Tottenham don't get him. I hope they go and get Tonali and then we go and get Mateus Fernandez. But we also need a left back as well. And the only rumours I'm hearing there are Lewis Hall. And I'd love Lewis Hall. I seen a rumour, I don't know if how true it was, that apparently United have agreed a deal verbally with Lewis Hall. Don't know how true that is. But
Yeah.
hopefully, if we do get a left back, it is him because I do rate him really highly.
Yeah, I think he's the next best in Premier League. He's not already at a big club, but I think Chelsea
100%.
are linked with him returning because
Yeah.
they've just sold Cucurella to Real Madrid, which is a bit
They're
of a
having-
surprise because he was at Barcelona and he's coming out
They're having
saying
a weird transfer window.
it's a dream to join a club like Real Madrid and all this.
I seen an interview that popped back up from him saying, "Shave your head or play for Real Madrid," and he said, "Shave your head, like shave my head," and now he's at Real Madrid.
Yeah, crazy.
Like,
I'm just
it's
seeing
mental.
here,
They're having a weird
I'm just seeing
transfer window.
here, Uruguay and Cape Verde have drawn 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, it's ended. And
Curious if Cape Verde might end up qualifying.
this group's looking tasty now because Spain have won 1, drawn 1, and they're on 4 points. Because I think, did they draw against Cape Verde?
Yeah, they drew 0-0.
And Uruguay drew against Saudi Arabia. So Uruguay and Cape Verde are both on 2 points in joint second, but Uruguay are ahead because they've scored more. And then Spain are on 4 points. So I think basically Spain are through.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as they don't lose to Cape Verde, to Uruguay. I think Uruguay need beat Spain.
Definitely.
If they go through.
Because I feel like Cape Verde, if they're getting 2 goals against Uruguay and drawing the game, they are more than capable of beating Saudi Arabia.
Well, I think if Uruguay beat Spain and Cape Verde beat Saudi Arabia, that'll mean Cape Verde and Uruguay are on 5 points, Spain are on 4, and Spain will probably go through with 3rd place on 4 points.
Yeah.
Imagine if that happens.
Seen somewhere, because I think the BBC put up like a bracket of like as it stands and stuff like that. And at one point, I don't know whereabouts it was. If Spain finished second and Argentina finished first, or vice versa, they play each other in the next round, which would be a tasty game. That would be a very good game.
Well, New Zealand and Egypt next game.
I won't be staying up to watch that.
Right, thanks for watching Beyond the 90 podcast. If you want to drop us a follow on our TikToks, Ryan Bond, Ben Talks Footy, go and check us out on Spotify as well. Follow us on there, and you can listen to the audio version on there if you're at work, if you're in the car, whatever. And then you can subscribe to us on YouTube as well. That would be much appreciated. And hopefully next time, Thomas will be here with us. So yeah,
Hopefully,
we might have a free man. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in a bit.